We are almost ready to begin. I paused Steel Brain Rot to be here. You know what? I actually have. Give me 1 second. Let's spawn in a second. There they are. Alright, I have a shirt almost exactly like that. Let me show you. Keep the fit. Look at this. For some reason, I have two duplicates of this. I have two of the same shirt for whatever reason, and in the same size. I think it's because like I got them from like my aunts, and like they both got me the same shirt, and they didn't know I already had one. Yeah, it's funny. This is back when gaming wasn't cool and you couldn't make money off of it, you know? Back when everybody thought gaming was a waste of time. Most of the time it still is. But if it's for a good cause, like if it's for a side hustle, you know, or if it's your full-time job, whatever, I'd say it's worth it. You get to have fun and get paid for it. I think that's awesome. I'd love to show off more in my closet, but I guess I'll leave that. I'll save that for another day. But I will show you something I bought today. Jacket. Check this out. Let me hide the price tag. Look at this. Man, the last place it came from was $8, and I paid 40 for this, dude. I'm kind of on a Sonic high right now, and I saw this, and I'm like, oh shoot, I don't have this yet. I've played like, I think 10 minutes of Heroes, and I've never finished it, so I'd want to give it a shot sometime. I hear mixed things about it. Some people say, oh, it's great. Other times I hear people say, it's broken, it's a mess, it's not fun. But I'll be the judge of that. What are we reacting to? So I have a full playlist full of I have a whole playlist full of YouTube videos I wanted to watch. This one guy I found. Let's see if I can find him. Hold on. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Rick. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this guy, Sir Musty. This is his main channel. Most of his good. Okay, yeah, he has some reactions here. I don't even know how this guy got in my recommended, but he's very funny, and he reacts to just a bunch of old Nintendo YouTuber stuff. I don't know. I thought I'd take some inspiration from that and start doing a little bit of my own thing, I guess. Oh, I don't have a controller. Okay, I have enough battery on this thing. This will have to do. Flowing with time, I'm flowing. Flowing into the light. Disappear. Alright, let's see what this Hatsune Miku event thing is about. Oh, it's teens. Alright. Till the 5th. Alright, so this is cool because I never got to play the Joker event, the Joker Festival during the network test. So I hope they do another one. I doubt they will, though. Crossplay is enabled. That's cool. Hold on. Alright. Let's pick. Still yet to be playable. Ugh. Where is... Okay. Oh, we got the Froggy Cruiser. I want the Ford F-150. Okay, I guess world matches are disabled. Don't know how I feel about that. What if I just don't want to play this thing? I like the music. I like this remix. If there's even a remix. No, it's just an original song. I'm tweaking. Who the frick are these people? No, what'd they do to my car? We have Shadow, that's good. Oh, of course we have Potleaf on our team. Who else?
Farewell. Farewell.
I smell froggy.
Rate the big impression. Exactly.
Farewell.
Hello. I concur.
Great. Farewell.
Hello.
Farewell.
Who wants to go on a fishing trip?
That kind of sounds like Patrick. Hold on. I guess their voices aren't too far off.
Heyo. You look tense, buddy. Want to go fishing after this?
No. Alright, here we go. I played a little bit of the team racing. It's a separate mode that you can play. The goal is to do air tricks? Whoa, my air tricks are so fast. Hold on. Oh, my handling's kind of trash. Why'd I pick this? Hold on. Might need to pick a... I might need to pick a better car. This handling's awful. Or I could just get good. Just like that. Excuse me? Wow. I haven't gotten any attack items. Are they disabled? I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I didn't even know Miku was like a real music artist until like last year. I thought she was a video game character. Cause like she does have like Sega licensed games, I'm pretty sure. I didn't even know what a Vocaloid was until last year, if that tells you anything. Double boost. Hello? Okay. There are attack items. That was lame. I didn't even get any that game.
Oh well, maybe next time.
So hold on. What freaking... What gadget build did I have on? I don't remember putting that together. Second. Oh, Zaz was on our team. Oh, decal. Oh, you can get decals from this. That's neat. Wait, if I miss out on the Joker ones, I'm gonna be upset. Does that mean I can't get those ever? I hope not. Yeah, it just adjusts your boost, and it probably takes away from other categories. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch big to, I guess, the shadow car, or something with better handling, like this. Alright, here's an interesting question, guys. There's like 5 people here, so I might as well ask now. Would you guys... How would you feel if I decided to multi-stream on Kick instead of Twitch? I've been thinking about it, and I've looked into like Kick's creator program. You get paid by the hour if you're part of the creator program, which doesn't really require a lot at all. You just have to have like maybe a couple thousand followers and get on their good side. So you can earn money off of like not just donations, but getting paid by the hour. I think doing Kick would be pretty beneficial. Fire Shadow Wolf, thank you for subbing. Appreciate it. Good to know my alerts still work. Why don't you do sleep streams? Because you don't want to know what I do when I'm sleeping. Who are these people? Wait, what the frick? I didn't get to choose my... Pick Ocean View, please. Frick.
Hey yo. I don't like folks that are mean to my friends.
Oh my gosh, look. So much aura. Oh yeah, this is much better. Ford F-150 was not the right call. I threw that off the edge. So air tricks, I fill up the meter? I think that's how it's working. I think I got it. Oh, nice. Oh, it makes us invincible, too. If he's invincible, if we're invincible, how can they can still see us? Yeah, we're keeping this lead. Who's behind me? Oh, it's Miku herself. Yeah, you gotta back me up. Why can't I move my limbs? Why can't I move my mouth? Why can't I move my eyes? Is this purgatory? Wow, what are even the odds of that? I was wondering if friendly fire was on, if he threw an item at me. I feared for the worst right there. Okay, it's just us in the front. We're good. We're chilling. Charmy's slacking though. What is Charmy doing? Let's go, dude. We're crazy.
Not too bad, I guess.
Oh, it does. It kind of does look like the Octane from Rocket League. I could actually make that if I wanted to. I was hoping they'd actually just add it at one point, but I could probably make my own. Who am I, Lucario? What does that mean? Man, I'm really sad I missed out on the Joker event in the network test. I hope they make another one when he comes out. Oh, I get tickets for that too? I think I get how this thing... I saw... Oh. Max Aura! Whatever. Okay.
Let's go.
Hello.
Hooray.
I'm departing.
Alright. Let's do this. Yeah, I don't know. You guys might be kind of shocked that I don't even know who Miku is. Until I didn't really. I mean, I really know. I knew she existed, but like, is she a video game character or what? Found out she's actually what you call a Vocaloid, which is basically just a real life music artist, but it's like an AI or whatever. Something like that, anyway. I lose my item from that? I forgot, dude. I forgot getting hit makes you lose your item. That's so dumb. This is cool. I like this little team mode. Oh my gosh. Passing all of you. I don't even know what you call that, but that wisp is OP. Especially if you use it like in the final lap. When you're like almost at the end. Can you imagine? Charmy, calm down. Say goodbye. Oh! Oh, I thought I got first.
Not too bad, I guess.
Okay, I'm switching my... Let's switch it back to that. I really like this song. For like no reason at all. Actually, I do. It is for a reason. It's because it's good. Tap your allies? I mean... I might tap Rouge. Silver, I'm staying far away from you.
Let's go.
Hi.
Have any of you guys heard, freaking Rouge's trick sounds in this game? If not, I envy you. They sound interesting. I bet most of you guys haven't, because I don't see anyone play Rouge, like, at all. I love Wonder Museum. Ah, you're, of course. You're so lame. Careful. That person have Roxas in their name? It's weird how many Kingdom Hearts fans I'm running into in Crossworlds lobbies. It's crazy. What the f... Bro. You're weird. Are we serious? What am I doing back here, dude? How did I get up here? Of course there's a monster truck. Of course. Why didn't the... Okay. So much fun. What are we doing? I thought I switched my gadget build. Y'all saw me do it, right? I was wondering why I was tricking so slow.
Feeling good. Oh well, maybe next time.
Clipped what? Big said, oh well, maybe next time, but we literally won. What a goofball.
Whoopsie daisy.
He's not a goober, he's a Giga Chad. Oh, it took away the freaking... That's why. It took away the gadget plate that I was trying to use. Hold on.
What's up?
Talk about some He's a goober. I don't think people know what that means.
Hey guys. Come on. Looks good.
That's probably good.
Yeah.
Wait, we just did Wonder Museum. Let's do Kronos.
What's up?
Oh, it's another big. That's my guy. Let me, okay, just to make sure I'm not wrong, let me look up goober definition. A foolish or silly person. Okay, I guess that fits big kind of accurately. But I feel like that's kind of an insult, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, goober feels like something kind of that can be taken as offensive, I guess. Big is certainly not that. He's a legend. Oh my gosh. Did I throw that behind me? I meant to throw it in forward. Wow, you're a loser. Whoever just did that to me. Didn't get the item box somehow. Makes sense. That's just funny, honestly. Our boost is still going? Oh my gosh. Oh, falling free, nowhere, nowhere. Free to be me, nowhere, nowhere. Ah, I didn't see the wall. Maybe I am the goober. Or maybe the goober was the friends we made along the way. Across these new frontiers. That boost didn't last very long. What the frick? What's up with that? They took the item box again. Couldn't make it up if I tried. Oh my gosh.
You're welcome, everyone.
He's humble though. He said, "You're welcome, everyone." He's being humble. He's taking last place so that nobody else has to. That was bullcrap though. I don't know what just happened. Well, yeah, that's like two entirely different things.
Do it.
What did you just say, Zavok?
Good.
Could you say that one more time? No, not that. Zawok's kind of tough for that. We might be sleeping on we might be sleeping on the most underrated Sonic character. He had one game, but it doesn't matter. Get out? Is that... It's not crazy to say that. Zavok might be tough. What? Dude. Can I load, please? Here we go. Someone's playing on Switch, I swear. Where did my buzzsaw even go? It didn't even... Okay. Oh, stay. He went right behind me.
Excuse me.
Let's go, boys. Wait, I'm in 8th? I thought it... Whatever. Oh, I know how it happened. Because I get hit by one item. Makes perfect sense. Hold on, was that kind of... I don't even know if...
That was good.
Was it? I had to be like 4th at least, right? 3rd! That was kind of crazy. A Switch 1 player in 12th place. And it's a shadow! He's misrepresenting. Be honest, guys. If Big the Cat asked you to go on a fishing trip, would you accept? Would you go with him? I would. I like to fish as is. Fishing is fun.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, fishing legend. Okay. Big the Cat versus the villager from Animal Crossing. Fishing competition. Who would win? I think it'd be close.
Heyo.
Do it.
Let's go. Get ready. See ya.
Let's go.
I didn't get the... What? Oh, you lucky mother fricker. Excuse... I'm surprised I haven't seen Storm yet, given that this is about Miku and all.
See you later. Oops.
Are you kidding me? Just one item is all I asked for, honestly. And I'm about to get run over. Oh! That was my fault. Whoa. That was really good timing. Stay away, don't touch me. Are you kidding me? It takes like nothing at all to just fall all the way to the back. Nothing can survive the world is still alive, but if you try, you can do anything. Embarrassing.
Oh well, maybe next time.
Wait, DJ? DJ's on my team. And he's playing Future Boy. I'm gonna unfriend him. I'm kidding, I know that's not him. Oh, I know what you clipped. Never mind. I finally pieced it together. Have you finally pieced it all together? Case closed. This is how your justice ends. Roxas? Who even is that, man? We haven't gotten colorful mall yet. I want that. I haven't seen anyone play Eggman. That's crazy. Shout out Clone Tales. What are you talking about? Oh, I know what you're referencing. Never mind. But my cart's of gold. That's cool. Gold. Like the Imagine Dragons song. Oh, starting with Monster Truck. Wow, you're weird. You're weird. You're weird. You're weird. You're weird. And I don't get the item box. So watch, I'm gonna get hit by an item that I can't defend myself against, and I'm gonna fall all the way to the back. Okay, that one was my fault. Holy crap! You see what I'm saying? Like, look how far back I am. What did I do to deserve this? Now Silver's in the back where he belongs. Oh, there's Storm. I didn't even notice he was here. Oh my gosh. You can't make this up. Why? Why? Why?
I should try harder next time.
I'm actually not locked in. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm locked in or not. It's just randomness every time. Oh my gosh, why? Starting with Monster Truck. This is just insane. I should focus on tapping my teammates because it gets me more points. I got hit by something. What was it even for? What was the monster truck for? Tell me. It didn't put me up. Oof. The one time I was able to react to something. More defense items. Oh yeah, that's part of my perk. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Shameful display.
This track would benefit from having this Sonic Dash theme playing in the background. Why that specifically? Last time I checked, Dash had like pretty mediocre music.
Roger.
Lovely. Greetings.
Yeah, people are just already unloading items. This is crazy. Oh my gosh! Like... That's out of my control. When I'm getting shoved against the wall, there's nothing I can do. Like that. Look at that. Gosh dang it! Okay, thank goodness. Now I have items. Stop, stop, stop. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Still gonna lose here. The fact that I don't have quick charge.
Shameful display.
The fact that I don't have quick charge is throwing me off. I probably would have won if I did. If that would have dead. Yeah.
Come on.
Get ready.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Do it.
Hey. Let's go.
The grind never stops, huh? What does that mean? What do you mean by that? Just spouting nonsense like I usually do. That is what you usually do. You are not wrong. Words that have meaning. Yeah, yeah, okay. Oh, that was so good. Wow. Awesome. Ugh, just bullcrap around every corner. Every time. It doesn't even matter how I do. It's just randomness every time. This is crazy. Oh, we got most rings though. That counts for something.
Do it.
Oh, it's still about grabbing rings. Hold on.
Yeah!
Hey! Hey, hey! Hey!
Yeah! Too slow.
Oh my gosh!
Random track.
Where do fellas even come from? Like, I probably should have saved that. Guess you can never be too careful. Heck yeah. Homeward bound.
Ultimate victory.
I think that's what the strategy is. People are just emptying their items right away. So, like, if I get a good defense item, like if I get the little tornado wisp or whatever, I should just use that immediately. Or if I get the shield, just pop it. People are probably going to hit me with some stupid crap. Like point blank, so I might as well just use it quickly. Still lost, but it's fine. Low-key? Why do you like saying low-key so much? I low-key feel like you're using low-key too much, low-key. Am I right, low-key? I'm joking, by the way. I don't care. I don't care how you speak. Whoa. Because you're low-key what?
Do it.
Greetings.
Hello. Hello. Farewell.
2? There's 4 on screen right now. What are you talking about? 4, not 3. There's like 6, 7. Look at these. Look at these pot leaves on the racetrack. What the f- Random track. What the? How did I avoid that? I'll take it, but... Oh, he has armor, of course. How could I have been such a fool? I thought we would have his head by now. Oh my gosh.
Finish. This can't be. Hey! Do it.
That's a horn? Oh, that won't get annoying. I promise you, I really don't care. Oh my, like, of course, of course. I never see anyone fall back that far. Never, just me. I'm starting to think this game might not be good for my mental health.
I should have done better.
Man, this video game. Why does Sada's icon make her look like she is a robot? What are you talking about? Ugh.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Good. Do it.
Uh-oh.
Well, true, but I mean like a non-human would win. I don't get it. Maybe I should have saved that.
Random trial lead the way.
Wow, this is actually the first time we've raced on a Protoss. And I wish it still stayed that way if we didn't have to race on it, because it is way too narrow. And in online matches as well, I'm just getting shoved around everywhere. It's not fun. Careful with that. Omega, I'm gonna touch you. Too easy.
Never any doubt.
What do you mean, Ayo? Omega's a robot. Cool. I'm never gonna use that, by the way. Can I go back to main menu, please? I said cancel. This is just crazy. Whatever. I'll just go to main menu after this race, and then I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then I'll switch to... I'll just get off.
Greetings.
I'm not ending stream, I'm just gonna get off this game.
Let us commence.
I gotta go to the bathroom so bad. Let's see if I can hold it in for this race. Yeah. Tap your allies. Who are my allies again? I'm not tapping silver, and there's 2 of them. Who else we got? You know what? Yeah, let's just avoid tapping altogether. Yeah. Awesome. Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous. Can't even pay attention to what's happening, dude. Okay, watch out. Alright, so if you help me keep this lead, then I might be a little forgiving. And you failed me. Yep, that's the last straw. That's it. Done.
This can't be.
Like, So let me go back to main menu. I don't care about all this. Oh my gosh. Be right back. Bathroom time. Sonic Racing all around the world. Okay, so we have a couple videos here that I saved. I haven't watched any of these. I mean, I watched like a little bit, but I'm like, oh shoot, I want to save this for a stream. So, yeah. Okay, I'm stupid. Yeah, we got hot takes. We got icebergs in here. Let's go. That's gonna take a while. I'm not gonna do that yet. Sonic hot takes, why not?
Should I say where my Sally tonight?
Sally.
As of Productions, yeah, I like his stuff. I recognize his channel name. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll give this a shot. How loud is that? Oh my gosh.
Hi, G-Dub.
Yo.
So, what is your hottest Sonic take?
Let's see if I'll see if I like agree with any of these or if I have something to say. I might put these into YouTube videos or something. I don't even know.
Jason Griffith flipping Sonics.
Alright, well. Oh.
That one's obviously a
Okay.
joke,
Everybody's
but
just gonna click off the video.
Sonic hot takes. Every Sonic fan has at least one. A little while ago, I asked you guys for some of your wildest /
all right, I'll tell you mine. Sonic CD is the best Sonic game. Not gonna elaborate.
most unpopular Sonic hot takes or opinions. So to celebrate hitting 60,000 subscribers, let's take a look at your hottest Sonic takes. Johnny300 says, Ryan Drummond is the best Sonic voice. I personally think he captures the coolness aspect of Sonic way better than the other voices.
I don't know. I see where he's coming from.
Also, huge congrats. Hey, thanks, man. While I do see the appeal of Ryan Drummond's Sonic voice, he's always been my least favorite. He's not bad by any means, far from it. Like you said, I think he captures the coolness aspect of Sonic quite well. It's just that, I guess for me, Sonic's other voice actors just suit him way better in my opinion. Like, Roger Craig Smith can convey certain moods for Sonic's character that I don't think Ryan can, making him...
Yeah, no, I think each time they replace the voice actor, it's like a new era of Sonic happens, you know? Like Ryan Drummond is like, oh, over cool, like coolness, you know? And then like Griffith and then Roger come in so that they can have like a more serious and grounded take on the character. I think if you wanted to have a serious Sonic story, Ryan Drummond wouldn't work. His voice, I mean, his voice is good. I like Ryan, but
His version of Sonic seemed much flatter, if you ask me. However, I guess
yeah, I agree. I feel like, let's do this. Adventure time, whatever. I feel like you wouldn't be able to, I don't know. I feel like it would get exhausting after a while if you're just trying to pay attention to the story or whatever.
at the same time that could possibly be due to the voice direction and not the
I'm hoping I'm making sense with that.
voice actors themselves. Because, I mean, we've seen the difference between Roger's performance in Colors as compared to Frontiers, for example. The difference is night and day there. So, who knows? Sendo says, Sonic Lost World deserves much more love.
Yeah, I will say, I think they hit, like, I think they nailed, like, what am I trying to say? Roger works best in serious Sonic stories. For like the longest time, he was just in like in goofy stories. Like in Colors, he was just a quip machine, you know, just like corny dialogue and stuff. That fits like the other Sonic VAs more. Jason Griffith is also a more grounded version of the character and has some serious moments. Like if you see how he was in like Unleashed 06, then you'll see what I mean. I think Ryan, like, is kind of a relic of the past. If they brought him back, it wouldn't really make sense to me. I don't think Ryan Drummond could accomplish, like, a serious version of Sonic. I mean, we haven't really seen that. I mean, I bet he could probably pull it off. I'd like to see him try.
The only reason it doesn't get that love is because people have preconceived notions about the quality of the game and are unwilling to challenge those long-held feelings.
Okay, hold on. What the frick? Excuse me. Sonic Lost World deserves more love, and the only reason it doesn't get that love is because people have preconceived notions about the quality of the game and are willing to challenge those long field. That's very wordy, but I think I understand what it's saying. People just kind of brush Lost World to the side. I want to know how many Lost World haters out there have actually played the full game themselves. I'm honestly curious.
Way. I've always been a defender of Lost World. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you would probably know this. But despite Lost World's shortcomings, because yes, there are a lot of them, I still find the core gameplay to be a lot of fun. I know the story is bad, I know the art style is pretty bland and uninspired, I know the areas you explore practically boil down to a Mario Galaxy clone, but when you actually sit down with the game and mess around with the parkour system, it opens up way more possibilities with Sonic's movement than you would normally get out of a game like Generations or even Unleashed. I don't think
Fair
Lost World
enough.
is nearly as good as those games, but again, I do agree that Lost World deserves some more recognition. No, Kai.
Yo.
What is your hottest Sonic take?
You know Classic Sonic and Sonic Generations?
Here we go.
Is that it?
Every time I played Generations, I get more and more depressed the more I have to play Classic Sonic.
No. That's fair. I agree with that. Classic Sonic's controls and Generations have not aged well at all. Especially now that, like, even, like, Superstars nails the classic Sonic feel in like, 2.5D better than Generations did. Generations feels awful to control with Classic.
But
Oh yeah, he's not, like, awful, but he's different enough from, like, Mania and the actual classics that, like...
Maybe it's just... No, I don't think it's just me, because he's literally saying it right now. Yeah, Classic Sonic just feels so weird in Generations. They couldn't get the physics right. And now that I played, like, Mania and Superstars, it just feels, like, weak by comparison.
Anymore.
well, how would you compare Generations Classic Sonic to Forces?
Oh, definitely better. Definitely better.
Okay, just making sure you're not one of those
Forces
guys.
is its own thing.
Tropixify says, I actually enjoyed the writing in Sonic Colors. Okay, look, I love Colors just as much as the next guy.
Writing? I feel like the story in Colors was basically non-existent. That's how much it really...
But I still don't really like the writing. For what it is, it's fine, you know? It's definitely what the
It's very basic writing, and it doesn't feel like there's a story there at
series
all.
needed at the time, and I do appreciate the more humorous approach at times, but when looking at the writing and the story as a whole, yeah, not a huge fan. More power to you, though. IA Vlog says, congrats on the 60k, here's my hot take. I feel like the younger generation of Sonic fans will appreciate Sonic Forces even more compared to our generation. For example, a lot of reviews of Sonic Unleashed were bad at the time the game released, but many years later, it is one of the... It cuts off there.
How do you feel about that? I think Forces is still bad. There's no redeeming qualities except for character creator. I really like the character creator in Forces. I wish they'd put it in a better game.
But I'm assuming they bring up how Unleashed over time got more and more praise. So yes,
I think the Unleashed praise isn't really. Unleashed is kind of overrated. I think like all the criticisms they had at the time about the Werehog levels still stand true. People just pretend that Werehog levels don't exist. And it's like, oh, the boost stages, guys. Yeah, no.
I 100% agree. One day, a lot of people will look back on Forces and think, well, okay, maybe it wasn't that bad. Hey, even now, I'm starting to tread that direction as well. I don't actually think Forces is a terrible game. I think it's just kind of a boring and shallow game, but it's not.
Exactly. It's playable, but not like a fun type of playable. I'd rather play, honestly, I'd rather play 06 over Forces any day. Because 06 is like funny bad, you know. It's fun to like point fun at it. Point fun at it when it like shows its cracks, or just like when the game just completely breaks. It's funny. And also the story's kind of ambitious. You can tell they made an effort. In this game, it feels like all of this was pointless.
Nothing unplayable. So yes, I do see people in the future giving Forces more praise. Unleash, what's up?
No, bad take? Over what? 06 over Forces? I think both game. I'd rather play something that I'm actually going to have fun and laugh at than something I'm just going to be depressed playing the whole time. That's just me, though.
Man.
Not much, mate. What about yourself?
I'm doing good. Look, we all know you're the king of hot takes.
Sound familiar? Everyone's hyping AI coding. You try Cursor, but it just doesn't live up to the hype.
So what is your hottest Sonic take?
So, Sonic CD. Playing the game is a horrible experience. I'm sorry. Well, no, I'm not sorry. No. People actually gas up the cutscenes in the game, the visuals, the music, but rarely do I ever see people talking about the actual gameplay in the game. The level design. It simply just... It's just not very good, is it? Like,
okay. I have a lot to say about this.
Country Panic. It starts out okay. Then you get to Collision Chaos.
Okay, so here's what I think. Here's what I think about CD level design. As like probably the biggest CD defender of all time, I think the level design's mostly fine. He just brought up Collision Chaos. He's probably gonna bring up Wacky Workbench. Those are bad examples, but the layout of the levels, it's like kind of in like an unorthodox way, because it's like the game is about exploration, you know. You find the signs and then you find a way to build up speed so you can go to the past, and then you find the generator. It's cool. I like that approach.
It all just goes downhill. The common complaint that
people just like want to speed through the game. Palm Tree Panic is good for that. If you just want to speed through the game, you can, but there's also lots of room for exploration. It's probably it's a good first zone. I really like it.
We used to say towards us to combat this is to say that no, just don't play it like a Sonic game. It's okay then, but what kind of like rebuttal is that? Why would I not want to play a Sonic game like a Sonic game? I just don't think this...
This was the second Sonic game ever made. I feel like after only having one game, where like after the first zone, it's not even fast anymore. You claim to be the fastest thing alive, but like more than half the game is just like super like slowly paced. I think it's perfectly fine to experiment like this. I really like this, in my opinion.
A great game to play. Cool visuals, cool cutscenes, yes, that's good or whatever, but Gameplay, I'm sorry, it's just not
Not
very good to me.
Hey, I'm inclined to agree. I don't hate Sonic CD. I really don't.
Mhm.
But I do agree that
Third Sonic game, second in timeline. Okay, whatever.
the level design is really weak, and it should
Mhm.
not be as exploration focused as it
They were
is. So yes, I do
CD and 2 were developed at the same time. It doesn't really matter.
agree. The real Bobblehat says
They're still following the blueprints of the first game and experimenting a little. Sonic 2, I think, is like for how do I say this? I think Sonic 2 set out what it tried to achieve, it like set out to accomplish. I think it did really well, which is like giving fans like more fast gameplay, less waiting around.
Sticker Rings and Black Knight are both
Sonic 2 for the most part is pretty solid. CD is an acquired taste, I'll admit.
criminally underrated games.
I'm not gonna gatekeep CD though. I'll convince people to try it until they like it.
I think I might be in the minority when I say that I am just not a fan of the storybook games whatsoever. I
Hold on,
love
what
the
was
story in
this
the mind
stuff on?
says Secret Rings and Black Knight are both criminally underrated games.
I haven't played the storybook games, so I'm just gonna skip this one. Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric is a good game. It wouldn't be seen as bad if it didn't change the formula so drastically it wasn't be compared to games like Generations. I haven't played Rise of Lyric either. I played Shattered Crystal, which is like a Metroidvania.
As bad if
I don't know. Let's just see what he
it
says.
didn't change the formula so drastically and wasn't being compared to games like Generations. You know what? I actually somewhat agree with this. I wouldn't go as far as to say Rise of Lyric is a good game, and I do think it's worse than Generations and other games. I also think that Rise of Lyric being seen as bad is not exclusively because of the formula switch up. The game was launched with a ton of technical issues and bugs that hindered the game a lot, but back in December of, 2023 I think, I replayed this game on an emulator with 1440p and a 60 FPS patch, and oh my god, I was shocked at how much fun I was having with the game. When you actually play the game without the hardware...
Yeah, I feel like if you ignore the fact that it's supposed to be a Sonic game, you can have a decent amount of fun with it.
For limitations, it's not a terrible game. The gameplay is still pretty shallow at times and the puzzles are very easy, but I never realized beforehand how beautiful the environments were, or how good the animations are. And even with the gameplay, I didn't hate it. So while I guess I don't agree with your specific reasoning on why Rise of Lyric is often overlooked, I do agree that there is something here underneath all of the game's technical issues, and it's just kind of unfortunate how we were never able to see that potential fully realized.
Yo,
Cloud
what's
Strife.
up, fucker?
Alright. You do not have to do all that, bro. Come on.
Why not?
Okay, what is your hottest Sonic take?
My hottest Sonic take is that Sonic Superstars
This is about superstars. Buckle in.
is a top 3 Sonic classic.
You're actually
better,
lying.
and it's
Jesus,
also
Jesus.
and it's better than Mania. And it's better than Mania.
I'm cutting the stream off. He's just rage baiting at this point. That's not even a hot take. He's just a rage baiting.
That's my hot take. Yo, let me explain.
Yeah,
I think Sonic Mania is a great game. It's a fantastic game. I love Mania, but Sonic Superstars does for me what Sonic Mania doesn't. I think Sonic Mania
And what
does
is that?
really good. Like it's a good iteration on like Sonic 2 level design, while I think Sonic Superstars is a great iteration on like Sonic CD and Sonic 3 and Knuckles level design.
Okay, I kind of see that. I never really thought about it that way before. Superstars does kind of have that exploration element that I like in CD.
I love Sonic CD. It's also my top 3 classic Sonic games. But I think, the only 2 issues I have with the game really are the bosses, but I don't really mind.
Bosses and co-op. Bosses, co-op, and the soundtrack are my 3 big complaints with it. The soundtrack is very 50-50. There are some great songs, but other ones are just awful.
Because I love playing the level design, honestly, besides, again, Golden Capital, I think is amazing. I really love the gameplay. I love the chaos abilities. I think they're super underrated. And when utilized, like, in the level...
Honestly, I think I'm too hard on Superstars, honestly. I might need to give it another shot for the 50th time.
They are really, really fun.
Wow.
I do agree. I think the level design is mostly solid, but I think just boss fights, soundtrack, and freaking whatever the other thing I complained about was.
What a load of bullshit. Clap
Yeah,
it
suck
up,
my nuts.
everybody.
Suck
Thank you.
Jake Senz says, Eggman Land is a good level, and its difficulty is fitting considering it's the last level of Unleashed. I 100% agree with this. Eggman Land is a perfect underrated. With the
Game Gear games are madly underrated with the exception of Blast and Spinball. They're all solid games that I found to be super replayable over the years. Also, yes, that includes Labyrinth. I actually have a soft spot for it. Triple Trouble is underrated. And Sonic Chaos, probably. 1 and 2, 8-bit, not so much. I think it's because they have ideas that yet to be returned, since such as
exception of Blast and Spinball. They're all solid games that I've found to be super replayable over the years. Also, yes, that includes Labyrinth. I actually have a soft spot for it. I think it's because they have ideas that have yet to be returned to since, such as the solo Tails game, for example. Yeah, man, I'm a huge fan of Sonic Chaos and Triple Trouble, especially. They're just good 2D platformers. Sure,
I've never played a Game Gear game before, but I have played Pocket Adventure. Pocket Adventure is not a Game Gear game. It's Neo Geo Pocket Color. For some reason, Pocket Adventure is goated.
they're not as
Insanely underrated gem.
as the Genesis games or anything, but they're loads of fun on their own. Apart from those, though,
Chaos is
I
good.
was never a fan of any of the rest. I tried to like Drift and Tails Adventure, but I don't know, they're just not for me. X-Pool. So what is
I especially don't like Tails Adventure. I tried it for a little bit. I got decently far, but I'm not a Metroidvania guy. You guys know that about me.
your hottest Sonic take?
My hottest Sonic take is easily that I am a massive fan of the Sonic 4 games.
That's a bombshell right there.
If you don't look at it as a direct sequel to Sonic 3, I think they're really solid little platformers. And when you look at it as its own thing, especially the original mobile version that doesn't look like it's Vaseline smeared, like, it's really solid time. Because the physics are, when people point to Sonic 4 Episode 2 about, like, the physics, like, oh, the physics are good in Sonic 4 Episode 2, but they're bad in Sonic 4 Episode 1. They're, like, the exact same. The physics, honestly, you can have fun with them, because I've had moments where, like, I can easily, like, abuse a spin charge to where I can gain a crap ton of airtime. And, yeah, maybe it's not, like, anything like what the Sonic 4 or the Sonic 1, 2, and 3 trilogy would do. As its own thing, I think that's really, like, unintentionally pretty cool.
Okay, I kind of see where he's coming from. I think the biggest criticism about Sonic 4 is the name. How it like tries to live up to the classic titles that came before it. But honestly, I never played episode 1, and from what I've seen, it doesn't really look that fun. But episode 2 was decent. I remember playing it.
I don't think they're, like, phenomenal games or anything. They're nowhere higher than B tier. But I think everyone calling them, like, big pieces of shit when we have, like, Sonic 06, Sonic Boom, Sonic Forces, so many more games that were, like, way worse and way more boring.
Yeah.
Like, Sonic 4 triumphs all of those games by a mile.
That's
Easily.
fair. That's fair. Zero1 says, Eggman and Tails' levels in Sonic Adventure 2 aren't that bad as people say they are.
I don't hear many complaints about the Tails and Eggman levels, but I absolutely hate them. They're not fun at all. And I just feel like my brain is turning to mush when I'm playing it. I hate these levels more than the Knuckles and Rouge ones, which is saying a lot.
Once you get used to the controls, they're actually fun due to all the carnage you can cause with the missiles.
It's just beep, 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 spamming B. That's all it is. That's all the gameplay is. And like getting A ranks is like nearly impossible too. I don't even know what the strategy is to get A ranks. I think it's like getting like combos and stuff, like locking onto a bunch of stuff, but like no matter how hard I try, I always get like C or lower.
I completely understand why people like the mech stages in Sonic Adventure 2, because let's be real, it's pretty fun to blow shit up, but I just don't like how mindless they are, I guess. I never really found there to be much skill involved in these levels.
Thank
Sure,
you.
Going for that S rank might be pretty difficult, but I'm never motivated to go for that.
Okay. There are no S ranks in Sonic Adventure 2. There's only A ranks. And yeah, he's right. They are very hard.
S rank because the core gameplay there is simply not fun to me. Ian says classic Sonic does not
Just like the threshold you need to meet to get an A rank is just really stupid, and it's asking a lot of the player for like just mindless button mashing. It's really, I don't see how people can like it, honestly. They need to convince me.
deserve the hate. People say that he needs to die, but if you actually use your brain and remember, Classic Sonic is younger Sonic. So if Classic Sonic didn't exist and somehow died, then modern Sonic, aka older Sonic, would also die. Classic Sonic is where Sonic began. If Classic Sonic never existed, nothing about Sonic would have existed. Classic Sonic is more important than people realize. Forces...
I'm confused what the take is here. I guess Classic Sonic does not deserve the hate. I get that part. But, oh, people can't say he dies because then modern Sonic dies. Yeah, this is just
Kale
a
said he was
session.
from a different dimension. My guesses are number 1, the classic dimension, or number 2, the past, which honestly I think is the same thing. So I do agree with what you're saying, but I don't think that's what most people refer to when they talk about how
Yeah, no, he's missing the point entirely.
Classic Sonic should die. They mean in terms of how he keeps reappearing in modern Sonic games. Like, you know, Forces and
Yeah, exactly. He's just nostalgia bait, and that's all he's here for.
Superstars. And I think it even extends to how classic levels like Green Hill keep reappearing in Sonic games. That's what I think a lot of people mean when they say things like Classic Sonic shouldn't be around anymore, or he should die. It's not in a literal sense. They're just saying that maybe Sega shouldn't be relying on nostalgia for future Sonic releases. They should just make something completely brand new with the modern characters. I think you're taking more of a lore/story approach to it, while I think the people you're talking about are taking more of a game-focused approach, if that makes any sense. Alright, Stickman.
Wait, how long is this video? It's like 20 minutes or something.
Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, October 10th.
What is your hottest Sonic take?
All right, so, you know limited run games? I think they should deliver their special editions about 10 years in the future next time, you know?
Okay.
What?
I'm following. I'm following. I swear to God, dude.
Where's my Shadow Gens Collector's Edition, bro?
If that does not arrive this month, I'm gonna be pissed. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Oh, they just take a while to ship.
My hot take
Okay.
is, I don't think there's anything wrong with Sonic's current model, like the one they've been using in Sonic Frontiers. All they gotta do is just post.
Based. I agree. I like the shorter quills. I like them.
Right.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you.
Like, sure, the quill length could be improved, I guess. Maybe it could be like lengthened a little bit, but to me, it's like really not that big of a deal. Definitely not worth like months of Twitter conversations.
No,
That's just my
definitely,
opinion, you know, but-
definitely not. Definitely not. Oh, his quills should be 5 inches shorter. Like, let's harass the game devs or whatever. It looks great. I like the shorter quills, honestly. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say. I'm pretty sure there are some other complaints with Modern Sonic's current model that like it originated in Forces, so that's already kind of a red flag. But I think it also lacks expressiveness, is what people said. But in Frontiers, the animation looked pretty good, and Sonic was pretty expressive. You know, his eyelids moved, there was some squash and stretch going on, even though it was like very minor. It's very subtle, but it looked good.
It gets to a point.
I also really like the fur from the Frontiers model too. And also, like, when I talk about the posing, like, you know when they drop the soap shoes code, for example, like the image they use for like soap shoes sign, like that looks great. That render, in my opinion.
Let's see. What is he talking about? Hold on. Hold on, let me just... Are they talking about this? This one right here? Could be this one or this one. I see what he's saying. Yeah. Alright, anyways.
Like the bot says, I hate it when Sonic says gotta go fast. It's fine if it's used in a way that Sonic isn't actually saying it.
Okay, so here's what I think about this. I think it's just... He said it like one time, I'm pretty sure. And it's like... Or yeah, it's said like a million times in the Sonic X opening. But it's like... I don't like using the word cringe, but it's a perfect word to describe it. Wait, let me read the rest
like
of
in
this.
promotional material or in the 4Kids Sonic X opening. But when Sonic himself says it,
It's a line that gets memed because of how corny it sounds, and I think it's mostly just the fan base that makes fun of it. But then they started throwing it into official stuff again, and yeah, I see where he's coming from. I don't like it either.
I don't like using the word cringe, but it's the perfect word to describe it. Man, you really don't like Sonic having a catchphrase, yeah? Hey, I get it. Now that I think about it though, I don't really recall any moments outside of the movies where he says gotta go fast. For the movies, I think the catchphrase fits him quite well, but if he said that in the games, yeah, I don't think I would like that very much. Shadow Fearless says, Sonic Riders Zero Gravity over OG Riders. I still haven't gotten good in the first Riders, so my opinion could change. But for now, Riders Zero Gravity is a better game in my opinion. Now,
Zero Gravity is more accessible, in my opinion, but Riders is pretty satisfying once you get used to the controls. The controls in Zero Gravity are a lot more simplified, and people kind of don't like it for that, but I disagree.
To the character roster, the maps, and how it controls. Riders Zero Gravity is definitely the more accessible game from my experience.
Exactly, that's what I just said.
I do prefer the mechanics in the OG Riders, but I still fucking suck at that game. It has such a high skill floor that it is pretty difficult for people to grasp. Again, I have trouble with it. Riders Zero Gravity does take a much more simplistic and streamlined approach, which I completely understand why people prefer that. No comment on the roster.
Sonic Rush is a top 3 Sonic game? I don't think that's a hot take, that's just the truth.
Maps though, because if I'm being real, I don't really remember what maps are from which game. Yo.
Yo.
Needle Mouse, what is your hottest Sonic take?
I think that Shadow 05 is better than Sonic Colors. And I know it's like, this sounds like a horrendous take, and like objectively speaking, Colors is a better designed video game. Well, actually, no, it's not. You know, I've always called Colors mid, and it's because I think half the wisps suck. I also think the level design is pretty dog water, and it's not even the problem. The problem isn't inherently the 2D, because the 2D can be fun. The problem sits with the level design of the 2D sections being kind of ass. So that's why I don't like.
Hottest take of all. Oh my gosh. So right now he's only talking about Colors. Does he have any defense for Shadow the Hedgehog? I'm really interested to hear it. As like, I love Shadow. He's my favorite character. But his game, Shadow 05, is horrible. I absolutely hate it. It controls terribly. I feel like half the things I do, like it's not responsive at all. I'd argue it feels. It's all like Heroes gameplay, but it somehow feels worse. And yeah, like the branching story paths and stuff. If you pick different routes, it's like gets all confusing because the devs like inaccurately predicted how you'd be going around doing each of the routes. And overall, I don't know. There's a lot of criticisms I have about Shadow's game. I don't see how it's better than Colors though. That's just absurd to me. I don't get it.
And with Shadow,
I think Colors is a pretty polished game, honestly. Like, sure, level design, everything. It feels dull, and that's mostly just because of I think that's mostly just because of the writing. I think the gameplay is perfectly fine.
It's like a junk food game. I put it on and just blitz through all the levels really quickly and just have fun.
Okay, yeah, I will admit, I think Shadow the Hedgehog is like delicious garbage, which is like my term for games that are bad, but I just can't help but play them every once in a while for a quick laugh.
When play all the fun, like, yeah, that's it.
But it also gets to a point where I just get so frustrated and turn off the game and never touch it for like another year. I'm mainly talking about the levels with Maria, because it's just a maze. And if you miss one enemy, you have to backtrack through the whole stage. It took me like 15 minutes to beat that.
I mean, I don't usually not have fun with it. So yeah.
Wow. You're breaking my heart, man.
I'm sorry, bro.
I won't be able to recover from this, bro. Nolan says, I think the Sat AM show is better than Boom. Sorry, Snorlax, if you read this. Yeah, no, Boom is definitely my favorite Sonic show. But to be fair, Sat AM is going for a completely different tone than Boom. Boom is more...
Yeah, they're very different shows, I'll be honest. Like, this is like, freaking... how do I compare this? Sadiam is like super serious, you know. Boom is just like Family Guy. So it's like that's like comparing Sadiam is like, how do I even say this? It's comedic, but it's also has a very serious tone. Boom is just constant silliness.
Comedy, and Sadiam is a lot darker and edgier with its environments and story. So it really is just up to preference at the end of the day. WERN says, I think Sonic Generations is kind of overrated. I don't think it's bad, I like the game, I just don't think it's one of the best like everyone says. I think controls for both.
Okay, I'm gonna add on to this and say that I think all boost games are overrated. I don't like the boost formula. I mean, it's not that I don't like it. It's just whatever to me. I don't know. It's not particularly hard. It boosts your adrenaline or whatever, but like, I don't even know. I don't know. I think boost, like everyone talks about, oh, boost stages are so cool. I'd rather have like the old days where it's like everything's about exploration. So like, the adventure formula, essentially.
Modern and classic are kind of clunky. I feel like the modern stages can be somewhat automated sometimes, and not to mention the final boss is the second worst in the franchise. The first is the stupid Space Invaders clone. I do like Generations a lot, and while I disagree that it's overrated, I do agree with some of your points. It didn't hit me until recently how clunky the Sonics in Generations are. Like in Shadow Generations, it feels so much better to control Shadow, but I guess the trade-off is that you don't go nearly as fast. The final boss is also pretty bad, yeah. I kinda wish they revamped it in the remaster, but I also know they didn't want to touch the generation side too much in Sonic X Shadow Generations. Yo, Shrugpod, what's up?
Dude, it's going well.
What is your hottest
Hold on, let me.
Sonic take?
Dang, we're like almost. We're just a little over halfway through this. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be here forever. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, Shrugpod, what's up?
Dude, it's going well. Sonic Chronicles.
What is your hottest Sonic take?
I really enjoy Sonic Chronicles. Like, really unironically enjoy it. And I know that a lot of people do not like the game, but I find it a lot of fun. I think that it's really unique and interesting, especially in terms of an RPG. And I think that, don't get me wrong, the soundtrack is really bad, but I think that a lot of people get the legal issues involved and then want to detract that from the overall worth of the game. That's probably my hottest Sonic take.
I feel like is the soundtrack the only complaint people usually have with this game? I heard some stuff about like how, oh, like the battle mechanics are unbalanced or whatever, but like FNAF World is highly praised, and I think it plays like almost identical.
I mean, yeah, I think Sonic Chronicles, I think it's a bad game. I don't like it from what I've played of it, but I guess if you're into RPGs and that sort of thing, I guess it could be fun. It's just, you know, it was so underbaked, and again, like you said with the soundtrack,
yeah,
the soundtrack is really not even a major part of it at the end of the day, right? So yeah, I do agree with you there that the legality issues with the soundtrack, I don't really think people should be taking that into account when addressing the quality of the game, but yeah. Ductendo says, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 are the most overrated Sonic games of all time. And I would go as far as to say the Sonic gameplay and level design is easier and worse than that of Unleashed and Generation.
What do we think about this one?
I can definitely see why you would say that. Personally, I do have more of a preference for the boost gameplay in Unleashed and Generations, as opposed to the adventure gameplay, and that does extend to the level design as well in some cases. I don't know if I would go as far as to call the adventure games the most overrated Sonic games, though. Like,
nah, definitely not.
I flippin' love Sonic Adventure 1. And
Unleashed is the most overrated in my opinion.
Even though I'm not the biggest fan of Sonic Adventure 2, I think there are a lot of Sonic games that are worse offenders. But hey, if you dislike the gameplay of the adventure games, that's completely understandable. Chaos Lily said,
yeah, the first time I tried it, it was the gameplay, even like the Sonic and Shadow levels of Adventure and Adventure 2, it feels kind of janky at first. Like it feels weird. It feels like you have too much control, you know? And then the boost games kind of like take it back a little, which I I'm just.
Vendors. But hey, if you just
I
like
don't know,
gameplay
I'm running
of
out
the
of
adventure
energy.
games, that's completely understandable. Chaos Lily says if you took fan-made content away, almost nobody would like the series.
Ooh. That's a big one right there. Oh man. I don't know. I'm not that heavily integrated into fan stuff. One sec. What was I even saying? Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. As someone who doesn't really engage in that much fan content, like there's this stuff going around about like how like this concept for a silver game in the future with Sage or whatever, and like it's been trending on Twitter for a while. Most of the fans are pretty creative and they can come up with some cool stuff, but it's usually always just been me in the games, none of the extra fan stuff. Technically, Mania wouldn't exist because it's made by fans. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of blanking on this.
I think this is the first take that I 100% disagree with. I understand
Ooh.
that there is a small group of Sonic fans who have just completely given up on the actual official content and just focus on the fandom. I do acknowledge that those people exist for sure, but implying that the majority of Sonic fans and even the casual audience only enjoy the series because of the fan-made content?
Yeah, that's implying that like the official mainline games are worthless. I don't agree with that at all.
Is a little weird to me. There's no denying that Sonic has had a few rough patches when it comes to official releases, but recently we've had the movies, which have gathered so many new fans, and recently Sonic games have been in a pretty good spot.
Oh, the movies too. I didn't even bring up the movies.
As well. So while, again, yes, there are definitely some people
The movies brought so much life back into the series.
who just focus on fan content, I 100% do not agree with the sentiment that fan-made content carries the franchise. Yo, what's up?
Daft Punk.
What is your hottest Sonic take?
So you know the human characters in the Sonic
Wade.
movies? Low-key kind of fire, I'm not gonna lie.
Even Wade?
Yeah, even Wade.
What do you mean even Wade? Wade is the best. Are you kidding me?
Actually, really good. It's not a good Sonic show, but it's a good show.
There we go, I guess
Hmm.
it's fair enough. Kenshiro438.
I still think the Knuckles show is not really that good. It's kind of all over the place, but I see where he's coming from. I like the human characters. I like Wade is goofy. I like Wade. I'll be sad if they like don't have Tom in the fourth movie. I really like Tom.
It says Sonic CD's US soundtrack is better than its JP/EU soundtrack.
I'm turning the stream off. Like, all right, I think we're done with this video. We're just gonna move on.
Augment Code is the best AI coding tool for professional software engineers. They've put a lot of time and effort.
I've been playing Minecraft
All right, Odyssey Central, Minecraft.
years now, ever since October of 2012. In other words, that's older than about half of you watching.
Hold on, let me
Over the
take
course
my-
of my time playing the game, I've
Hold on, let me take my sweatshirt off.
developed several opinions on the game's many features, some of which are definitely less popular than others. For the past 2 years now, I've been making a lot of rankings based on the game, and the comment sections have been very polite to tell me just how hot some of my takes are. So today, I thought it'd be fun to concentrate those hot takes into one video. However, I'm not just stopping at myself. As always with this hot take series, the first half of this video will be my hot takes, but the second half will be taken from you all on the community tab. They won't be the takes I necessarily agree with, just the ones I found to be the most interesting. With all that said, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's jump right into my first take. So I want to start us off with a simpler one here, and that's the fact that I have never been a fan of the new Vex design. Well, I say new, but this is like a new Super Mario Bros. Situation because this game has been out for a while. Now, for those of you that never saw the original Vex, here's what it looked like prior to update 1.9.3.
Nah,
While the idea
don't
of
agree
between
with
the old
that.
and the new are somewhat
I like the new one a lot.
What's
It
that
also like, it's like, it matches the design of the
quite a few
Allay.
differences such as the model proportions and the face design. This was done in an effort to better align the Vex with the Allay, which were being
Exactly.
added to the game. at the time, but I'm sorry, I just don't like it. Sure, the old one was
It
just
looks
sort
so
of
much
a
better.
default player model, but retextured, but that's also the case for
The old one
several
looks
other
ugly.
mobs, so I don't think that's much of an issue. Still though, I can understand some wanting a unique look, but what I absolutely cannot get behind is the new face. The original Vex just had the most sinister grin among the mobs, but when they redesigned the Vex, they completely removed the mouth from its design. I personally think that is a huge shame, and it loses out on what I loved about the Vex in the first place. But despite that, I definitely seem to be in the minority here, as most people seem to like this new design. If you do, more power to you, but I don't think the Minecraft lore is enough reason for me to accept this change. If I want lore to theorize about, I'm gonna go watch more FNAF. Alright, the next hot take is quite literally a hot take. I'm talking about fire protection again. Now, I'm not really sure if this is a hot take or fire protection supporters are just really loud, but I think this is the worst non-curse enchantment in the game. And even then, Curse of Vanishing might actually be better. I've already thoroughly explained why I dislike this enchantment in 2 videos now, so I'll keep this brief. Basically, having this on your armor lets you take less damage from fire and lava, but if you have it, then you can't equip normal protection on that same armor piece.
This also applies to blast and projectile. So I'm not really... Stupid dog.
On top of that, protection already does a perfectly fine job keeping you safe.
I don't know who on planet Earth is defending fire protection, but...
Safe in lava, allowing you to survive for over 30 seconds without eating food. And if you are eating food, you could basically stay in there forever.
Hold on. This dog's about to get it. Give me a sec. Don't know what that was.
Not to mention there's also the fire resistance potion, so there's really no situation where fire protection is good to get over normal protection. Hopefully that will—
The same people that like fire protection are the same people that like Sova the Hedgehog. That makes no sense at all. That doesn't make sense. I don't think anybody defends fire protection. They don't exist. People like Silver because, oh, he has so much potential as a character. Or whatever. I think it's... The Silver hate is literally just a me thing.
We'll finally settle the matter with the fire protection kids. At least until I remake the enchantment video in a year or 2. Well, speaking of enchantments, I want to talk about the one placement in that video that I probably got the most backlash for. Yes, even more than fire protection. What enchantment could I have possibly disgraced? Well, that would be Riptide, which I placed at 33rd out of 39. Now, in hindsight, I do agree I was a little harsh. Riptide gives you the ability to shoot yourself forward.
Riptide is amazing.
Players in water. The boost you get off Riptide is insanely fast, and combine that with the Elytra, and you'll be zooming hundreds of blocks every second. But despite that, I still don't think this is a great enchantment. I would move it up on my list, yeah, but not too much higher. I still think it's quite limited by needing water to be placed. Plus, you can't use channeling with Riptide, which I guess is fair since you don't want to strike yourself with lightning, but getting charge creepers for mob heads is the only reason I ever even bother getting a trident myself. It's certainly fun to use, but when you can use it, I just find it to be a bit too limiting for me. Nowadays, I'd probably put it at the top of C tier as opposed to D tier. Okay, now I want to go through 3 small ones before I get to my big hot take. So first off, I think the desert wells are pretty cool. Sure, they aren't the most useful structure in the game, but
Riptide is Weenie Hut Jr.'s Elytra. I guess?
I don't think they have to be. I hear a lot of people get annoyed with the Desert Well because it doesn't have a chest to give you good loot, but I think the Desert Well works
Hold on,
perfectly
what is it?
tier. Okay, now I want to go through 3 small ones before I get to my big hot take. So first off, I think the Desert Wells are pretty cool. Sure, they aren't the most useful structure in the game, but I don't think they have to be. I hear a lot of people get annoyed with the Desert Well because it doesn't have a chest to give you good loot, but I think the Desert Well works perfectly fine as a nice piece of decoration. Plus, the
Yeah,
added
it's for
pottery
decor.
shards were a perfect addition.
It's for freaking... Yeah, it's just for the aesthetic, honestly. Oh yeah, and there's like suspicious sand that you can dig up pottery shards with. That's really not that bad at all.
So I'm actually a fan of these structures. The next small one is just the simple fact that I do think Minecraft Bedrock Edition does a few things better than Java. I often hear people completely write off this version of the game, which to be fair I completely understand in some cases. But there are a few things Bedrock does that I think would be amazing to see in Java. We've actually already seen a few Bedrock exclusives get added recently.
That
with
got
wheat
added.
boats and baby squids. On top of those though, I'd love to see things like dyeable cauldrons, the better impaling enchantment which damages anything in water extra, and pistons being able to push containers like chests. And finally, for this rapid fire round, I just want to mention again that I think travel works perfectly fine as is in Minecraft. A couple weeks ago I made a video all about this, so go watch that if you want more as to why. But for my biggest hot take of the video, I think update 1.9 was pretty solid. If you aren't familiar,
I agree.
this is often seen as the worst update in the game's history. The reason that is because of this being the update where the combat system was changed to what it is.
The combat system is good. Why do people not like it? It adds more strategy to the gameplay. You really tell me you want to just... You really want to tell me that... You really want to tell me that's more fun than like... okay, wait for my meter to charge? Huh. People hate this update? Yeah. Have you been living under a rock in the Minecraft community? People apparently hate 1.9 and say it's the worst one.
A lot of people don't like the addition of attack cooldowns and would rather just ban their weapons. But to be honest, I've never personally minded, and I actually kind of like how it adds some more complexity to combat. Now you have to make a choice between the sword's quicker speed or the axe's larger damage, which I think is pretty interesting. More importantly,
Yeah, giving the axe's crit is so good. That would, like, axes would be obsolete. They wouldn't even be a weapon if it weren't for this update.
I can't call 1.9 bad even if I didn't love the combat changes because of how much other stuff came with
Yeah, critting things by jumping is so satisfying.
this update. This introduced the offhand, which is both helpful in and out of combat. This update also added the best enchantment in the game, Frostwalker. Oh, and mending, I guess. But some of the most notable changes come from the end. Not only did 1.9 actually add the outer end islands, but end cities as well. That also comes with
Yeah, it blows my mind that people don't like this update. Look at all this stuff they added. Mending, Elytra, the offhand.
the addition of the Elytra, which I've made pretty clear that I quite enjoy.
I guess just the PvP players don't like how they can't just spam click anymore. They can't download an auto clicker and just win every time.
The Ender Dragon boss fight also got far more interesting with a new set of attacks that he didn't have before. So overall, there was a lot of great stuff added here. I will eventually do a video ranking all the game's major updates, so
I don't
spoilers
get
for
it.
that, I don't think this will be placing low on the list at all. It's far from my favorite updates, but I think calling it the worst when stuff like 1.10 exists is
Exactly.
But now it's time to see what you wacky individuals said in the comments. This time around, we got some pretty good ones.
Here we
'cause
go.
I disagreed with a lot of them. Starting off, we got one from Henry Cho 4249 who says, the Phantom actually has some good qualities to it. It has a sick design, drops decent loot, the membranes are useful if you're too lazy to collect EXP for mending, and adding more challenges to the night if you like to explore the dark is a pretty cool idea. Its attacking mechanics just need to be changed a bit, and I think it would be a pretty good mob. It's also really fun and satisfying to spawn like 100 of them during the daytime and watch them burn.
I don't know. I'm neutral on the Phantom, honestly.
Yeah, I absolutely cannot agree with this take. For those of you who have not seen my mob ranking video from a while ago, Phantoms landed all the way in last place, below even the zombie horse who isn't even able to spawn. Now with that being said, I can at least give this comment
That'll change soon. This video's outdated.
some credit. The Phantom's design visually is pretty solid. I think it having such a great design is what got it to win the first mob vote, but unfortunately, we all got clickbaited. Well, I voted for Mob C, so it's actually all your fault. But outside of that, I just really dislike how the Phantom works. It makes building so much more tedious as it forces you to sleep, even if your area is lit up or in the sky. The Phantoms act as an annoying time waster.
You said World of Color update is the worst? He literally just brought up the Frostburn update. It added polar bears and what else even? It was just like It was just like for environmental stuff. It was just for aesthetic. They really didn't add anything major.
And I just can't get behind that design. And also, I don't.
It's like what today, like modern update drops, like come in small increments. They're not like a full-on update. 1.10 was literally just a small drop that they called a big update.
Think Phantom Membranes are that good of a drop, unfortunately. Moving past that, we got Port0620 who says, the villager trading rebalance is good, it only needs a rework to the anvil level. Now this I can say for sure is a hot take, but it's actually one I agree with. In fact, I actually made a video a while ago expressing why I thought the changes were good for the most part. Essentially, they make it so librarian villagers now trade books based on their biome. Each librarian is also guaranteed to have the same books each time per biome. I think that's a pretty interesting way to rebalance them, so if you want a mending villager for example, you'll have to get a swamp librarian and level it up, which I think is a fair enough challenge. Unfortunately, part of the change is also the fact that they can't sell max level books now, which is really annoying with the anvil XP limit, so if they just remove that, which they should have done ages ago, these changes would be pretty perfect. Chow Chow 393 says, Don't Mind at Night should be the national anthem of every country. Is this even a hot take? That's just true. Semi Hypercube left a pretty long one, but it was interesting, so I wanted to include it. Pause if you want to read the whole thing, but essentially they said adding the Ender Dragon at the end was a mistake because it created a sort of end goal for the game, when Minecraft is meant to be a sandbox. On the one hand, I can see where they're coming from. Games like Animal Crossing, for example, don't have a final boss like this because there being an ending isn't really the point. However, I disagree that it was a mistake to add. While Animal Crossing may not have a final boss, it does have pretty major goals like fully maxing your house, completing the museum, or getting the best store upgrade. Okay, New Horizons kind of forgot that last one. I think the Ender Dragon being here as a goal is a great thing, and the fact that there's stuff like the end cities clearly encourages playing after the end.
Yeah, there's post-game content. I mean, there is no such thing as an end or like an end goal or post-game part of Minecraft. It's literally an endless game. There's so much you can do.
I'd say
it's a sandbox. It's literally endless. I don't know why. I mean, people label the end as the end because that's what it's called, but no, I don't agree.
Elytras and shulker boxers are some of the most essential tools in any large-scale building project, so really the dragon is just one stepping stone to continuing the building process. So while I understand where you're coming from, I definitely disagree. The Ender Dragon is a pretty good goal for the game. Kappa Mumbrika says,
Comparing it to Animal Crossing Milestones is also really good.
1.12 is a severely overlooked update and is one of the best pre-1.13 updates.
Preview, this one's for you.
This is one I absolutely agree with. 1.12 was known as the World of Color update, and as the name suggests, it added a lot of color blocks to the game. Those blocks were concrete, glazed terracotta, and 15 new bed colors. Now sure, the update didn't add much more outside of that, but for me, these are some of the most
Come on, we wouldn't have concrete.
useful blocks in the entire game. Concrete is one of my favorite families of blocks.
We wouldn't have concrete if it weren't for World of Color update. Are you out of your mind?
Since they work perfectly as a flat color for something. The different colored beds are really nice too. I love having the option to use any color of sheets I want. And glazed terracotta, I mean, it's there,
Yeah, I agree. Glazed terracotta is just whatever. I've never used it.
Now, I don't think people hate this update or anything, but people definitely look past it a lot, seeing as it came out right before the update Aquatic, which many people rightfully see as a bit of a revival point for Minecraft as a whole. I think that is kind of a shame. 1.12 is definitely a cool update, and I think it deserves to be remembered. Speaking of things that deserve to be remembered, Happy Days 6471 says, they need to bring back those minigames that were on the Wii, PS3, and Xbox 360 versions of Minecraft. Those were really fun to play with siblings. First off, Minecraft wasn't on the Wii.
That's what the kids call epic fail.
Wait, I didn't even notice that. Hold on.
Those were really fun to play with.
Wii? Are we serious?
Siblings. First off, Minecraft wasn't on the Wii.
That's what the kids call epic fail.
But aside from that, yeah.
I'm gonna use that meme in my videos.
Yes, I 100% agree that they should bring these back. I'd say for a good year or two, these minigames were the main way I was playing Minecraft. I remember after school, I'd very often get on the phone with my friends and play battle mode on our PS3s. You know, to add on to this hot take with my own, I think battle mode was easily the best take on the survival games concept I've ever played. No server has even gotten close. That's why I would absolutely love for these to come back in an official form, though I sadly doubt that they would do that. Newstar2248 says, Minecraft needs more tutorial structures in survival, like how the Igloo is a tutorial for curing zombie villagers, and the Redstone Labs in Ancient Cities are tutorials for new redstone mechanics. Again, this is another pretty good take, I feel. Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to them making an official tutorial world for the Java Edition like they had on the legacy consoles. There are a lot of aspects about the game that just don't make sense unless you're told from somewhere else. Now, that's not to say Minecraft
I agree, honestly.
any tutorial.
Most of the time when I don't know something in Minecraft, I just end up looking it up.
Elements. The advancements work as solid pointers, and the structures can also help sometimes as well. If I were to suggest a tutorial structure, I'd probably put something in the nether that explains how to summon the wither. I know we already have that one painting, but how are you supposed to tell that the brown blocks here are specifically soul sand?
Brown bricks with Minecraft.
Maybe they could just add a room like this to the nether fortress where the chiseled nether brick represents where to place the skulls. I don't know, but either way, I would absolutely be on board to see more tutorial aspects added to the game. Living Like Eli 6785 says, Minecraft Story Mode is a series that
6-7?
that deserves to be brought back and
When you shop in the Albertsons app, you can count on us to choose fresh produce, guaranteed.
Okay, not really a hot take on the main game, but sure, I'm probably not going to get a chance to talk about this game.
Oh yeah,
later.
this isn't a hot take at all. Everyone wants story mode back.
Why not mention it now? Personally, I think I'm okay with Minecraft Story Mode not coming back, but I do definitely think it's worth remembering. I followed every episode super closely whenever they came out, and it was super fun to see every single route you could go down. Plus, what other game has the tragic death of Captain Sparkles? Hey, you guys want to see a comment I made on Captain Sparkle's Take Back the Night music video when I was 10? Mind blown, you are epic, I'm subscribing and make a movie of this and Fallen Kingdom combined. I think 10-year-old me had a point. For our final hot take of the video, we got one I saw quite a bit on the community tab as I was scrolling through the comments. The first one I saw came from Nintendo77 who says, I hate how you lose all your items when you die. I just think it requires extra work to get them back for virtually no reason, and it's really annoying.
It's not for no reason. I mean, first of all, turn on keep inventory if it's really a problem for you, loser.
Now in the one hand,
It's secondly, losing your inventory is, how do I even say this? It reinforces like the trial and error aspect of survival mode. You know what I'm saying? Like it punishes you for being oblivious to like what you're I don't know what I'm trying to say.
and I can
I just don't agree with that at all. Just get good.
absolutely understand why people would say this. I mean, I'm sure every single one of them has a traumatic memory of falling into lava or something and losing hours worth of progress.
Skill issue.
That is far
I haven't fallen into lava in like 10 years.
far from a good feeling, but at the same time, I really feel like there should be a punishment for dying. I mean, if you don't lose stuff when you die, then where's the challenge in anything? It makes the game far less interesting to me when all there ever is to lose is maybe some travel time. Now, luckily for the people commenting this, Minecraft does provide a game rule that allows you to disable the loss of inventory upon death. But for me personally, I'll never play with keep inventory on for a serious survival world.
Thank you.
It makes things more fun when there's stakes. Maybe I'm just saying that because I
Yeah. That's what I was trying to say. There's no stakes if you just have keep inventory on. Keep inventory. There's no fun in Minecraft if you're doing that, honestly.
often when I play, but for me, I am perfectly fine with Minecraft's
Like it feels devastating when you lose all your stuff, but I like feeling that way in Minecraft, if that makes sense.
inventory.
No other game like really makes you like losing all of your items and like the pain you feel from that. I don't think any other game can replicate that.
I would maybe make it so items don't despawn as quickly, but other than that, I think I'm fine with the current system.
Yeah, 5 minutes is way too short.
But anyways, that's it for this video. Do you absolutely despise light green glazed terracotta?
That was good. Should we go back to the Sonic video?
What is your hottest Sonic take?
So you know the human.
Wait, that's too far back. Hold on.
Should I say where my Sally tonight?
Sally. Cool arcs fall flat and
Show, but it's a good show.
there we go. Then it's JP. Fair enough. Kenshiro 438 says Sonic CD's US soundtrack is better than its JP/EU soundtrack. I definitely prefer the JP soundtrack, but the US soundtrack is super underrated. It goes for a similar vibe as the JP soundtrack, I guess, but the overall sound is noticeably different. It's all a preference thing though. Christian says, in my opinion, the only good thing about the IDW Sonic comics is the art. There are never any true stakes, the characters' personalities are bland and uninteresting, and most of the individual arcs fall flat in terms of what I want from a Sonic comic. Honestly, I don't have much to say about the IDW comics because admittedly I've never read any of them.
Me neither, but oh my, dude. The art does look nice, I will admit, but like
I have
like some from what I've heard and what I've seen also, it has like some of the best storytelling in the series. And it's almost like the reason why Sonic is alive today. Ian Flynn wrote the story for the comics and they brought him in to they made him start writing the mainline games, starting with Frontiers, and that was like the turning point.
I've seen some panels on Twitter, and from what I've seen, it's just kind of whatever. I think the common consensus among the fans is a very even split between the writing is good and the writing is bad, so maybe I just need to check them out for myself. Yo.
When you work out at Crunch, you feel good. Getting stronger, that feels...
How's it going?
It's going good. I'm really tired. I just woke up.
Alright, well, I'm about to ask the most important question of your entire life. Are you ready?
Oh, shit. Maybe. I didn't really prepare.
Well, okay. Well, what is your hottest Sonic take?
The middle mouth being used more. I think they should utilize it more instead of just console.
What is he saying?
Well, okay. Well, what is your hottest
My parents play with keep inventory on. Just tell them to get good. Skill issue.
Sonic take?
And they use cheats. To be fair, I use cheats. In some of my Bedrock worlds when I was a lot younger.
The middle mouth being used more.
I guess if you think about it this way, having cheats and keep inventory is like training wheels for Minecraft. Because Minecraft's a brutal game if you're going in head first, like into hardcore or normal survival where you lose everything. It's kind of rough your first time through. So in that regard, I kind of understand.
I think they should utilize it more instead of just constantly using like the side mouth whenever Sonic's talking or just standing there. Like in
He
Sonic
said middle
Forces,
mouth.
which
I thought he said needle mouth. So I'm like, what are you talking
a
about?
weird example because it's Sonic Forces, but like whenever he's talking, the mouth is always on one side of his face or another.
That kind
I
of
feel like
the side mouth kind of like how do I even say this? It kind of adds like more cartooniness to it because it's like non-realistic and it's more unorthodox, kind of like Mickey Mouse. You know what I'm saying?
that just looks kind of gross. Like I feel like it should face the camera. I don't know if that's unpopular. I don't know. I've never really seen many people talk about it.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people talk
It makes it feel more cartoony. I'm fine with it.
about it at all. I really only see that like on Sonic Twitter and whatnot. So yeah, I would say that's a good one. That's a good one. Shiny Eevee says, massive hot take. People hold Sonic 3 and Knuckles at such high regards, acting like it's the best Sonic game of all time. But honestly, I disagree. I think it's the second worst classic Sonic game, in my opinion at least. Well, to be fair, I do think that Sonic 3 on its own is not the greatest Sonic game, and
Definitely
Sonic
not.
and Knuckles on its own is also not the greatest game. But when you put them together, I can't help but think it's possibly the second best classic Sonic game under Mania, in my opinion. I completely understand where you're coming from though, because even I sometimes question if I really like Sonic 3 and Knuckles as much as Sonic 2, for example. I feel like Sonic 2 has much better level design than 3 and Knuckles, but at the same
Yeah, I've always been more gravitated to 2 than 3 for reasons I can't explain, but I guess the level design is good. Except Metropolis Zone. Frick Metropolis Zone.
same time, I do prefer the aesthetics and music of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Lemon5k says, Riders 1 is the only racing spin-off game that is better than All-Stars Transformed. People need
Keep in mind, this is pre-Crossworlds, so this is kind of... I don't know if this opinion would be any different.
to stop
but-
dismissing racing spin-offs just because it's not on a hoverboard or running on foot. Sonic R, Zero Gravity, and especially Free Riders are nowhere near the level of Transformed when it comes to its controls, and it cuts off here, but I think I get the point. While I believe that Riders 1 and Zero Gravity are better than all of the 3 currently released kart racing games, I don't think people should disregard the kart racers just because Sonic's in a car. For me, I don't like the kart racers as much as Riders or even Sonic R at times, because the kart racers feel too basic and boring for me. Like, Sega All-Stars and Transformed are entirely carried by the fan service and the crossovers. I never go back to these games to actually play them and have fun with them, you know? With
I
Riders,
guess Transformed, by today's standards, is just kind of bland. There's nothing there except the crazy crossovers.
it's such a unique concept, and it's a concept that fits Sonic really well, and I have way more fun going back to the first 2 Riders games than I do going back to the kart racer.
No, I agree with that. That's fair.
Yo, Mr. Z-Man, what's up?
How's it going?
What is your hottest Sonic take?
It's probably something to do with voices, but honestly, I think the one that I get the most flack for is the story in a Sonic game is almost or just as important as how good the gameplay is. I get a lot of people telling me that I'm wrong for that, but I will die on that hill. I know I just said it's probably just as important, but gameplay obviously is the most important part. If a game is good by playing it, it's good, you know, right?
Yeah,
It doesn't
of
matter
course.
if the story's good or not. But without a great story behind it, if it's already a narrative, you know, type game, obviously the 2D games a lot of times don't have a lot of story in it, so it doesn't have to have anything too crazy in it. But like one of the 3D games or something like that have had stories linked to them.
Yeah, I think the 3D games need a good story, in order to like reinforce the gameplay, I guess. If that's making any sense at all.
Pretty much since the beginning of the 3D games, starting with Adventure 1. If the story's not good or at least engaging, it just falls to the wayside, and then it's fine. It's a
I agree.
good as long as it's a good game like Generations, or Generations is a great game to play, but the story is...
I'll say, like, I think Colors is fine if you ignore the story. If the story was way better, it would be like top 5 games.
I mean, most people would just say it's kind of meh. I would say it's bad. But you know, that's opinion, whatnot. But I think if you have a great story with great gameplay, it makes it way better. You know, like Generations, I like playing Generations. It's fun, but you know, I'm not gonna keep replaying it most of the time because why do I need to? I don't care about the story. It wasn't really much of a story anyway, so just
exactly.
play the levels, whatever. Sonic Adventure 2, obviously, I love Sonic Adventure 2. I'll pop into that game and just play some levels here and there, but I love replaying the story just to watch the cutscenes, watch the story, even though I've seen it a million times. It's just like watching a favorite movie or a favorite show or something. Like I've said it in a video before, a good game with a bad story is good. It can be good, but a good game with a good story can make it way.
I haven't played Crossworlds. I think Crossworlds is better than All Stars Racing Transformed.
Way better. It elevates.
Way better. I can agree with that. I can agree with that for sure. But I guess for me, as long as the game is fun, the story always comes second. Like, I never really care. Like, for Sonic Colors, for example, I love that game. Is the story bad? Absolutely. It's terrible. But, you know, as long as the game is fun, then that's kind of all I really care about. New Luigi 4 says, Shadow Generations is 10 times better than Sonic Unleashed. It's definitely not ridiculous to say that. While I do love Unleashed, I can acknowledge that it's not for everybody. I mean, when the Werehog takes up, what, 75% of the game?
Exactly. Why do people always push this to the side? It's like more than half of the game is just this. The beat 'em up sections that last like 10 minutes.
Definitely understand why people would prefer games like Shadow Generations, right? Even though I prefer the daytime boost gameplay of Unleashed, Shadow Generations is a consistent game throughout, and it's fun. The fun doesn't get broken up by something like the Werehog, you know? And if you like the Werehog, that's perfectly okay. But I feel like for most Sonic fans...
Yeah, Shadow Generations is very consistent in its gameplay, and it's fun all throughout, and has a great story. Oops.
The Werehog isn't what people would want or expect when playing a Sonic game. Hot Cocoa Bomb says, without mods, the Werehog is the better half of Sonic Unleashed, by far, because the controls in the day stages just aren't polished enough. Well, this is a good follow-up, huh? So yeah, I mean, if you like the Werehog, again, it's fine, but saying that it's the better half of Unleashed, I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion, but I definitely disagree. The daytime stuff in Unleashed is what carries the game for me. Without that, it would be a 4 out of 10 at best. I definitely get the controls complaint because platforming with daytime Sonic is a headache, and, you know, for a platformer, that's not great. But I don't know, man, I still widely prefer that over the Werehog. Is that Connor, bro?
There we go.
How long is this? This might be the last one.
What is your hottest Sonic take?
The hottest Sonic take I have.
Oh, I
don't
see
think
something about
anyone's ever heard
Prime.
This before, but I could be wrong. I think that 9 is the worst Sonic character to ever exist.
Okay, I mean, I'll start off by giving my own input. I watched all of Sonic Prime and regretted every second of it. All of it felt like a waste of time because the writing was just lazy, and it's not just because it's like the show's for babies. The humor is very childish, but it's blatant character assassination. 9 started off as a pretty good character, but by season 3, he just like kind of folds, and then it doesn't even seem like he's the same character anymore. Like his betrayal at the end of season 2, where he says like, I don't care about friends or whatever. Like that was sick. And I was like, oh man, I can't wait to see where this goes. But then season 3 just is like so predictable, like, oh, we're going to gather all these people from different universes. We're going to try and stop 9, but we'll try to do it peaceful somehow. Like 30 times throughout the show, Sonic says like, don't worry, I could just talk to him. We could talk this out. It's so repetitive. The entire show is just like repetition. I'd actually like to make a video on Prime and everything it fails at. But 9 had a lot of promise, but then like in the end, he's just like, Nah.
Like from Sonic Prime? Like that 9?
Correct. Worst Sonic character to exist. I can't stand him. I know Prime has terrible writing, but I genuinely, every time I look at Prime, I just kind of just go, eh. Mainly annoying, yes, and design-wise, not really all that interesting. Like Tails.
Really? I like Nine's design.
With 9 tails. Ooh.
When I watch.
And the concept of Tails being the bad guy, and he's actually like really smart, and he like, at almost like, almost every opportunity, 9 outsmarts the bad guys like big time. Because Tails is just smart. Like, if Tails was the main villain of the Sonic series, he would have won, like, every time.
Prime, I thought he was one of
And 9 is, like, kind of brings that concept to life, and I like that.
the better characters. Like, you remember the Pirate Knuckles in the Pirate Rouge and all of them? My god.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dread is such a flat character. We're glossing over Dread, Rusty Rose, I don't even remember the other characters' names.
You want to put
but they're just like all the other characters from these alternate universes. They're just flat and uninteresting.
a bullet through my skull, bro. Like, get
Yeah,
that shit
Pirate,
off the screen.
All Prime's characters are so bad, too.
Prime is so ass, bro. Before we end this video, I thought I would give some of my own Sonic hot takes. Just
Perfect.
real quick, I have 2 that I want to share. My first take is that Sonic Lost World is better than Sonic Adventure 2. In my opinion, I don't like Sonic Adventure 2. Well, I do like the speed gameplay in Adventure 2 over Lost World's gameplay. I definitely prefer Lost World over the mech and treasure hunting stages, which
I suppose 2/3 of Sonic Adventure 2's gameplay is the inferior playstyle.
is why I like it a little bit more than Adventure 2.
Lost World's more consistent in its gameplay, so in that regard, that makes sense.
My second take is, oh good god, I'm gonna get so much hate for this. Short quills are better than long quills. Okay, when I say this, I'm talking specifically.
This is just such a nitpick, in my opinion. Like, that people like long quills more than short quills. I know they already talked about this, but I like the short quills. I think it's cool.
About Sonic Frontiers. If you give Sonic short quills in like Unleashed, then yeah, what are you doing? But when I see these mods that give Sonic long quills in Frontiers, I really do start
looks
to see
weird.
why they opted for the short quills instead. Because for a game like this, where the camera is not that zoomed in on Sonic, long quills just don't look that good. But those are your Sonic hot takes. Obviously, I couldn't get to all of them because, wow, that's a lot. And this video is already pretty long, but I still thought it would be fun. Thank you guys so much for 60,000 subscribers.
Yeah, great video. I had a lot to talk about in that. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm hungry. I got more homework to do, and I need to go take care of my dogs. So I'll see you guys later.